Citizen Kane is thought by many to be the greatest movie to ever be made in America. Both the content and form used are what makes the film so highly respected. In a 1960 interview on BBC with Orson Welles to discuss Citizen Kane, Welles said, quote, "I must admit that it was intended consciously as a sort of social document, as an attack on the acquisitive society." This quote can explain many of the themes in the movie, like that money cannot bring happiness and can't make people like you. When Wells was asked about the groundbreaking form used in shooting, he replied, quote, "I didn't know that there were things you couldn't do, so anything I could pick up in my dreams, I attempted to photograph," end quote. Throughout Citizen Kane, Orson Welles uses many examples of deep space composition and deep focus cinematography. In this scene, Welles uses deep focus cinematography to keep all three planes in focus and uses deep space composition to make Kane appear much smaller to the audience compared to the rest of the characters, showing the powerlessness of Kane as a child while decisions that would be life-changing for him are discussed inside. Deep focus sound is also used to make Kane's voice quieter since he is farther away than the other characters. When Emily attempts to take her own life, the substance that she took and the men entering the room are shown in focus, but Emily is out of focus. This shows the order of control and power in her life. To expand on the cinematography used, there are also amazing uses of chiaroscuro as well as extreme camera angles in Citizen Kane. Emily is often shown from a very high camera angle. She is here shown half in darkness and looking up at Kane, which accentuates her powerlessness and innocence compared to her domineering husband. In this scene, a ceiling had to be added to the set because it was filmed from a hole in the floor to achieve the extreme low camera angle desired. Welles uses a manipulation of time to tell Kane's story. He starts with Kane's death, then shows many flashbacks to Kane's earlier life, revealing more about him throughout the movie and switching between past and present. The film would not have been as interesting or worked as well if everything about his life was revealed before the mystery of his last word, Rosebud, was introduced. The search for the significance of the word by revealing parts of Kane's past keeps the audience interested in the story. In the breakfast scene with Kane's first wife, time is manipulated to show the deterioration of their marriage. The couple is shown at breakfast with an obviously significant passing of time between each time they were together. At the beginning, they were a happy couple sitting next to each other at the large table having a loving conversation. By the end of the scene, the two sat on opposite ends of the table without speaking to one another. Many homages have been made to Citizen Kane since its release. There are many scenes, use of lighting, and camera angles in other movies modeled after those in Citizen Kane. One movie that came to mind with a peculiar amount of scenes similar to Citizen Kane's and that also has a similar theme is The Wolf of Wall Street. Both protagonists, Jordan Belfort and Charles Kane, begin their stories as normal citizens making an average amount of money. As their wealth increases, so does their greed. Both films show that there is a very fine line between ambition and greed. Belfort and Kane get everything they wanted and then proceed to lose everything of meaning to them in the end, including 2 wives each. The films show that money cannot bring happiness for themselves or for those around them, no matter what they buy. Though The Wolf of Wall Street does not amount to the expert level of Citizen Kane, there are undeniable similarities.